Welcome back, everyone, to another deep dive. And oh boy, today we are going back to From Umville.
Back into the thick of it.
Yeah, we're going to tackle episode 7
Hmm.
of season 3.
Oh,
And
that's a big one.
yeah, fair warning, everyone, this episode is a lot.
A lot happens.
Yeah, like it throws so much at us. Shocking deaths.
Yeah.
We've got mysterious pregnancies,
Huh?
even a ghost.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
by the end, you're going to be like, wait, what just happened?
You need a deep dive just to figure out the episode.
I know, right? It's a lot. So if you're ready to unpack all that craziness,
All the unsettling events.
yes, and maybe try to make some sense of it all,
If we can.
then you're in the right place. Oh, and hey, by the way, if you're liking this deep dive so far, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give us a like.
It really helps us out.
It does. It really does help us keep making these deep dives. So let's jump right in. We start with Fatima,
Okay.
and right away she's struggling with this supposed pregnancy.
Right.
But then we get that ultrasound, and there's just nothing there. I mean, that's like classic horror movie stuff, right?
Total horror movie. It plays on all our expectations. But,
Yeah.
it also kind of taps into this real thing, hysterical pregnancy.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And I think what's fascinating here is how the show is blurring those lines
Okay.
between what's psychological and what's supernatural.
Oh, I see.
So, like, could all of Fatima's symptoms be just in her head? The hallucinations, the pain? Or is there something else going on in Fromville? Something more...
Sinister.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, that's the question that just keeps coming back to me, especially after that scene in the greenhouse.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Tilly.
Yeah.
I mean, her death is just heartbreaking.
Awful.
And her last words to Fatima, you have to run.
Ooh.
I mean, what does that even mean?
It's so cryptic.
It's like another layer of mystery on top of everything else.
Right. Like, it's hinting at a danger that goes beyond just what happened.
Right.
And when you think about all the supernatural stuff in Fromville,
Hmm.
it just makes those words even more urgent.
Yeah, it's like she's warning Fatima about something lurking beneath the surface, like something connected to the town itself. And speaking of unsettling connections to Framville, let's talk about Tabitha.
Okay.
I mean, those nightmares she's been having about the forest, they suddenly become very real.
Don't they? It's like she walks right into them.
I know, and that moment when she finds that site by the lake,
Oh, with the stick figure?
yes, those statues, it's just chilling.
Bone chilling.
It's like something out of a repressed memory coming to life.
Yeah.
And it links her to Framville in this way that nobody could have imagined.
It's a powerful image, for sure.
It is, and it really plays on that fear of the unknown. It makes me wonder if we all have places that give us that uncanny feeling, like a sense of deja vu or almost a premonition.
Mm.
Have you ever had that?
Yeah.
Like a place that felt strangely familiar, even though you know you've never been there before.
It's a fascinating phenomenon, for sure. Some people call it intuition. Some might say it's the power of suggestion. But in Fromville, in the context of this town, it suggests a deeper connection, like a pull towards this place that just goes beyond logic.
Wow. Okay, so we've got this potentially dangerous, maybe supernaturally influenced pregnancy.
Yeah.
We've got a chilling connection to the past.
Uh-huh.
And now get ready for this because we're throwing a creepy talking doll into the mix.
Oh, no.
I know, right? Victor and his obsession with Jasper,
Oh, that doll.
that doll.
Yeah.
It's a whole other level of unsettling.
It is creepy.
It is. And, I think what makes Victor's story so compelling is that it shows the human cost of trauma.
Yeah.
He's clinging to this doll, trying to unlock the secrets of his past that night when everyone in town was slaughtered.
It's a lot to carry.
It is. It's a reminder that the scars of trauma, they run deep. And it's not just Victor who's grappling with the past.
Mm.
Elgin's story takes us down another rabbit hole of mystery.
Ooh, tell me more.
Remember that cairn he found?
Yeah.
It's like it has a mind of its own. It leads him to that hidden room in the shed.
And it's not just leading him, it's almost like it's forcing him to go there.
Right. The way the camera seems to guide him, taking that picture of the shed doors,
Mm-hmm.
it's like there's some unseen force at work.
Yeah.
And then what he finds inside the dead body, the signs of life. It's like peeling back another layer of Fernville's dark history.
Like the town itself is trying to tell us something, but in this really roundabout, creepy way.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
sending us on a scavenger hunt, but for what?
Ugh, I don't know, but I have a feeling it's not going to be good.
Me neither. It's like she's holding all the cards she knows more than she's letting on.
And then Elgin asks, is this where it really happens? Like he's just realized something huge.
Right. It's like that encounter changes everything he thought he knew about the town.
Totally. And as creepy as all of this is, it's also kind of beautiful in a way. like how it's all unfolding,
Mhm.
like we're putting together this giant jigsaw puzzle. Each character's story is a piece.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the episode does this really cool thing where it weaves together those individual journeys with these moments of quiet
Oh, like
tension.
Julian Randall's driving lesson.
Exactly. On the surface, it seems so normal, compared to all the supernatural stuff.
Totally. But there's this underlying sense of dread.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like Randall and those hallucinations, he's having the bugs.
Oof. Yeah.
It's subtle, but it's a powerful reminder of everything he's been through.
And then they find those ruins in the forest.
Classic horror trope.
Totally right.
Oh.
Finding something ancient and potentially dangerous.
It just makes you wonder, what are those ruins? How are they connected to Fromville?
And how is this going to mess with Julie and Randall even more? They're already on edge.
I know, it's like the episode keeps dropping these little hints.
Breadcrumbs.
Yes, breadcrumbs, leading us deeper into the mystery.
And I know it can be frustrating not knowing all the answers, but that's what makes Fromville so good.
Totally. It keeps you hooked. It makes you think.
No, the show doesn't shy away from complex stuff.
No, it doesn't. Which is great. It challenges us to think critically, to question everything.
And that's what makes it so rewarding to analyze. You're not looking for easy answers. It's about exploring those deeper themes.
Exactly. Those big questions that the show is asking.
It's about embracing the mystery
Yeah.
and the unsettling nature of it all.
Yeah.
And, that brings us back to Fatima.
Okay.
Her situation is just getting worse. The hallucinations are more intense.
And then that awful moment with Tilly.
I know. When she cries out, "Make it stop." It's just heartbreaking.
It's like she's lost control completely.
Right. And whether it's all in her head or something more sinister, it doesn't matter. She's in agony. And the fact that it happens in the greenhouse,
Symbolic much.
right, a place of growth and nurturing, turned into this scene of violence.
Like the show is saying, even life itself is twisted in Fromville.
It's so messed up. And speaking of twisted, let's go back to Victor and Jasper.
That doll is trouble.
It is. You see how desperate he is to talk to it to get those secrets out?
It's kind of sad in a way.
It is. It shows the deep human need to understand things, even when they're terrifying.
Especially when they're terrifying.
Right. Like we need answers even if they might destroy us.
And it feels like Victor is right on the edge. Like this search for answers could lead him down a very dark path.
It's like the show is saying that knowledge comes at a price. And in Fromville, that price might be too high.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like we keep getting these reminders that knowledge isn't free in Fromville.
Especially in Fromville.
Right, and you pay a price for it. But even with all the unanswered questions, all these unsettling things, there's something about this episode that just keeps you glued.
I think it's the way they mix all the different genres,
Oh, yeah.
It's got the psychological thriller stuff, the supernatural horror, and even some sci-fi vibes.
Right. It keeps you on the edge of your seat. You never know what's going to happen next.
You're constantly questioning what's real.
Exactly. And just when you think you've figured it out, they throw you to the curveball.
Oh, for sure.
Like Elgin and the woman in the kimono.
Yeah, what was that about?
I know, right? Such a short scene, but so powerful. And it just leaves you with more questions.
It's funny, though, because she doesn't actually tell him anything.
Does she?
No, not really. She just gives him another piece of the puzzle.
Oh, was it?
Another clue about Fromville. And you can see it in his face. He's like, oh, wow, this changes everything.
It's like she's opened this door for him,
Yeah.
to a deeper understanding of the town.
Like a secret level of knowledge that most people don't even know exists.
And it makes you think about all the other mysteries in Fromville, like those ruins in the forest.
Ooh, yeah.
Julie and Randall going there, it feels like they're heading into the heart of darkness.
The episode does such a good job building the tension during that journey.
Yeah.
The silence, the way Randall gets more and more paranoid.
It's so creepy. And those ruins covered in mist.
Yeah.
It's like they're this physical embodiment of all Fromville's secrets, just waiting to be uncovered.
Like the town is saying, come and get me if you dare.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And Fromville isn't just about jump scares and gore. It's about something deeper.
Oh, definitely.
It's about what trauma does to people. What happens to your mind when you face the unknown.
The fragility of the human psyche.
Exactly. And it's about the choices we make when we're afraid. Do we give in to the fear or do we fight back?
Do we search for answers or do we hide?
Do we try to connect with others or do we isolate ourselves? I mean, those are questions that stay with you even after the episode is over.
And those are questions that every character is dealing with in their own way.
Right. Fatima Tabitha,
Yeah.
Victor Elgin, Julie Randall. They're all just trying to survive this nightmare, trying to find some hope in all the darkness.
And in a way, their struggles are our struggles, you know?
That's what makes Fromville so relatable, so human, even with all the supernatural stuff.
It holds up a mirror to us, forces us to confront our own fears and choices.
It's like a therapy session disguised as a TV show.
I like that. A very disturbing therapy session.
So we come to the end of our deep dive into episode 7, and we have more questions than answers.
As always.
But maybe that's the whole point,
Maybe the journey is more important than the destination.
especially in Fromville.
Right?
It's always unpredictable, unsettling, and it makes you think.
It sure does.
Well, we'd love to hear what you all think. What stood out to you in this episode? What are your theories about Fromville? Share your thoughts in the comments.
Yeah, let us know.
And if you like this deep dive, don't forget to subscribe and give us a like. It helps us keep making these and exploring all the things that keep us up at night.
And maybe give you a few new things to worry about.
Until next time, everyone sleep tight and try to keep those Fromville nightmares at bay.